What up, everybody? This is Spider-Bite here, coming at you with some search and rescue. This is my best game to date in Call of Duty Ghosts as far as kills is concerned in a search game. And you might say, well, it's search and rescue. You know, the guys, you can kill a guy, he can get revived from his teammate, then you can kill him again. But if you watch this gameplay, none of the kills that I get are revived. No enemy players are revived from any of the kills I get. There are some tags that I end up leaving behind on rounds, but that's it. So it's still pretty much 18 kills. You know, when we go back to search and destroy, search and rescue, nobody got revived. So I'm not killing the same player over again in the same round, okay? So it's not bad. Now, I wouldn't say it's my best game ever because I had deaths. My best game ever should be like, you know, a massive amount of kills and like 0 deaths or negative deaths, if that were possible, but I don't think that is. And, of course, what weapon am I running? My favorite weapon. Yeah, Vector. Vector with the silencer and a rapid fire, baby. I'm telling ya, the Vector is a sweet, sweet gun. That is why it's my favorite. Sometimes I go to sleep at night and I hold my Vector and I hold it tight and I tell it sweet, sweet stories, so it can be nice to me the next day when I'm playing Call of Duty Ghosts. But then I disappoint it because I play with other weapons too, because, you know, I already have gold on Vector and I gotta unlock the other ones. So, but I always like to go back to my baby, because it's my baby and I hold it tight and I sing songs. Lullaby and good night. Now I'm sound whoring. I know people have some complaints about this. And you know what? I'm going to link you to a video of a gentleman, and he's probably the one on YouTube who I've watched most videos from, okay? And I don't watch videos. I do not watch videos. So, you know, saying that, I've probably watched maybe 3 or 4 of his videos, okay? But I do go on to his Twitter feed sometimes, and not that I necessarily agree with everything he has to say, okay, but I mean, he makes some good points, and he brings it across in a pretty fun manner, in my opinion, like a point blank manner. Now I got stuck here, man. I was like, what the hell? I got stuck on the railing. I couldn't crouch. I couldn't go anywhere. Like, I couldn't just jump over the railing. I meant to vault the railing, and then I turned around and I'm like, let me down, crouch, but I couldn't. And I got killed, and then I fast-forwarded the rest of the round because I didn't want you to see it, because it was just, you know, spectating the other guys. You're not here to see those other guys, you're here to watch my gameplay, right? Anyways, so, this gentleman I'm referring to, right? I mean, he has a pretty rough way he comes across, but if you know him and you look at some of the stuff he says on Twitter, he's a very, very intelligent guy, in my opinion. And I'm going to link you to the video where he talks about the patch. The patch that I talked about earlier today when I was going through the Golden Bison with the nerfing of the MSBS. Okay? So I'm going to link you to that video, and the guy's FistFisticuffs. I met him in LA when we went to was it CoD XP. We met in LA and had some talks, so it was pretty cool. But he's definitely a good guy. Like I say, I'm not going to say I agree with everything that he says or how he presents some of the stuff he says. But like I said, it's good. You'll get a kick out of what he has to say, and probably agree with a lot of it, with reference to COD Ghosts and with reference specifically to this patch and what he proposes as his Christmas patch, or what should be a Christmas patch for Call of Duty Ghosts. So one of the main reasons I wanted to refer back to that video that he produced was this whole concept of the dead silence and awareness, right? So you've got, in the stealth category, you get dead silence for 2 perk points, and amplify in the awareness category for 2 perk points. And, you know, dead silence, move silently, make you harder to detect. Players with amplify can still hear your footsteps, though. Amplify, louder enemy footsteps makes them easier to detect, allows you to hear dead silence players. Well, I mean, the point he makes is that really promoting camping? Because if I have Amplify, I'm going to be able to hear anybody. Whereas, you know, if you're going to be able to hear the guy that's not camping, that's trying to attack you out of your camping spot. Well, if I have dead silence and I'm trying to get this guy who is running dead silence and Amplify out of a hiding spot, and he's just sitting still, and I'm moving around, he's going to hear me. He's going to hear me. He's going to know exactly where I'm coming from. He's going to have to jump on me every time. So it promotes that sort of camping aspect. Do I think sort of the sound whoring is a bit OP? I don't know. I'd love sound whoring. I mean, I think I'd be a bit disappointed if all of a sudden my sound whoring capability was reduced because everybody was running dead silence. I don't know. I mean, you still have the option of crouching. You can still crouch walk with dead silence, and I don't believe, and I haven't really done testing on this, I don't believe even if you have Amplify, you're not going to hear me approaching when I crouch walk. And I watch a lot of gameplay when I'm spectating, etc. I see guys running around and walking around when they don't have dead silence, you know, walking around slowly when really you should be crouching. If you want to be have this tactical approach, you should be crouching, not walking around. Now, I thought Riley, come on Riley, I thought Riley was going to protect me there, and he didn't. He failed. Riley, you're fired. Fired, I tell you. He didn't protect me when I was using the Trinity rocket. So that was unfortunate. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably be disappointed if I couldn't sound whore people and my ability was reduced. But again, like I said, crouch walk, and I see it all the time. Guys not crouch walking. They're just running around, they're walking around. I mean, they're walking slowly, but and they're walking. I mean, if you're going to go that slow, then crouch so the enemy players can't hear you. Because almost everybody and their brother has a headset these days. And it doesn't have to be an expensive headset. It can be just, you know, a plain Jane, not very expensive headset, and you're still going to be able to pinpoint where people are coming from just by listening to their footsteps and scanning your surroundings and knowing the map. You know, map knowledge plays into it because you got to know where they're coming from, which way, what avenues they're going to be taking, right? So I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you think in the video comments. What do you think about that? The concept of the dead silence and the counteracting with the amplify. All right, so let's get back to the gameplay. I'm sitting at 13 kills right now. I've got 5 more to go here in the final 2 rounds. Search and rescue on Flooded. You know, I like Flooded. I do like the map. I do like how it's separated on either side by that long middle section. I don't like the water area in the middle, and you're going to see why in the final round. But I'm pretty sure, if you can verify this for me, as you've been watching, I'm pretty sure I've either A, collected every single tag from every enemy player that I've killed, or I've sort of left the tag as bait and used it to bait another player, but they never revived that player. So I'm pretty sure, and look at this guy. I don't know what I was thinking, man. I was just like trying to look all over the place. Like, is that guy dead? I don't think he's dead. I think he's alive. He's just playing a little possum there. Look at me. I'm a little possum. And he gets up, and I just shoot him in the back with my Vector. Oh, sweet Vector. Sweet Vector. I can't wait till I have all golden guns, and all I'm going to use from then on in is the Vector. That's it. Every gameplay for me, after I get all the golden guns, is and all the weapon operations stuff, it's going to be Vector. Vector this, Vector that. And I'm going to try and beat my 18 kills on Search. Okay? Yeah, you wait for it. You wait for it. Same even Soundhorn, these guys, like... I almost say that I'm mini-map whoring these guys, because I think half the players in CoD don't even know how to use their mini-map. They don't look at their mini-map. They don't, you know, especially when one of their teammates died. And that's why I don't like the kill feed in the top right of the screen. I prefer, I think, wasn't in the bottom left above the score, where the kill feed used to always be in CoD. I prefer it there. I don't. You know, my eyes tend to gravitate towards sort of the left side of the screen because the minimap is there. So I definitely prefer the kill feed on the bottom left. But hey, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? At least they get the colors right. I mean, if you're, you know, no matter what team you're on, you're always blue. What was it, Modern Warfare 3 or something, where the colors would switch depending on what team you were playing for? That was so confusing. Man, it's like, well, who's killing who? What team killed what team? Look at that, Riley. Oh, Riley. I mean, I don't know. You could say every little thing's OP. And go back to the whole MSBS nerf, right? I mean, if you wanted all the guns to be equal, then there would only be one gun in each class, right? That's why some of the guns have advantages in some areas, and some have advantages in other areas. You know, some have more view kick, others have less. Some have more, you know, more damage. Others have less. some have more recoil, others have less. If they were all the same, I mean, you're always going to complain about something. Well, that gun has absolutely zero recoil. Yeah, but it's got negatives on the other side. It's got negatives in certain areas as well. And this is what I do. I try to go get this tag. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Yeah, I got the tag, so I revived my dude, but I'm like, I can never get out of the water. But I did get out of the water, and then I think I get taken out right away. Did I? Didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Anyways, so it really didn't have anything to do with the water, so I was, you know, kind of complaining about nothing. But, yeah, anyways, there's always going to be something with a gun that's better than all the other guns in some area. So I guess we got to all make them the same so that they're all equivalent. So, like I said, you may as well just have one gun in each category, right? Where's the variety, you know? We need variety. We got to have variety. Okay, that's it. So, yeah, 18 kills, my best game on Search, or as far as kills is concerned. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Spider. I'm out.